Hey guys, long time no see. Guess what? I got laryngitis again on some shenanigans. I lost my voice last week on some shenanigans, meaning I was acting a damn fool and then ended up losing my voice. And because this is like what the fourth time in a year and a half, I now have an appointment with ear, nose, and throat in like a week and a half to try to figure out what gives. I have not been sitting still. I have not been sitting still. I've been resting my voice. Well, at least when my kids are at school, I've been resting my voice. But I have not been sitting still. I've gotten so many downloads over the past 6.5 days, 7 days since I last did a reading, did a post, and a 55 on the second timer as I say that. So this is awesome. So this is a change in sort of the way that I do things. I've done a kind of get ready with me before when I was kind of going through some stuff, and this is a get ready with me, but this is meant to be, let me tell you all the stuff that Spirit has talked to me about so that you can see that other people are going through the same things, and then pay attention to the predictions that I have. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let's go. Okay, so before we get started, let me get a sip of coffee. I've been on this, I actually really like bold flavors with coffee. I'm not a sweet coffee drinker. Generally, when I get coffee, there's no creamer in it. This is a Turkish coffee. I love like cardamom, cinnamon, anise. I like real big, bold flavors. So I've been treating myself to coffees a lot lately, which I probably shouldn't do because I could just buy some Turkish or some Saudi coffee and just make it at home. But I kind of like going out and getting the coffee. Maybe I'll make the change. Okay, so I'm gonna put my makeup on, and then I have like a long list of things that I gotta tell you guys about. And I don't honestly feel like I am going to timestamp. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll be nice and do it. Who knows? It depends on how I feel afterwards. Maybe, yeah, I'll timestamp it. Okay, thanks, Spirit. I'll timestamp it because I think there's going to be some things that people might want to come back and take a look at. All right, so I have been, even though I lost my voice, I haven't been sick. So I've been going for runs lately. Oops, I didn't mean to put that on there. I've been going for runs lately, which is something that I used to love to do. And I mentioned this before, just like a week and a half ago, maybe 2 weeks ago. VENUSION, the Venus is doing, a lot of this is helping you navigate this Venetian sort of energy is what I'm going to talk about today. And Venus has been challenging a lot of people to really take themselves seriously, to put themselves first, and not in a selfish sort of way, and not in a neglect everybody else sort of way, but to love yourself, to relearn, or to learn for the first time in your life, to love yourself. And one of the things that I used to love to do is run, jog, run, jog, walk. And I went for a run this morning, and I've been doing that, and I love it. So don't be surprised if you see a lot of advertisements on your phone, if the algorithm is picking up, even past now the traditional Western calendar New Year. When people normally see an uptick in advertisements for gyms and stuff, even past that time frame, because I guess statistically, if you did a New Year's resolution with January being your New Year's, you would have already fallen off. Most people would have already fallen off of that resolution. And big marketing companies know that, so they no longer are pushing the gym memberships. But if you are seeing gym memberships still popping up on your feed, It's Venus. It's the Venusian energy. It's Venus saying, hey, get out there and take care of yourself, boo. Put your health first. Hold on. My dog wants to get out. Yeah, so Venus is saying, hey, take care of yourself. She has got plans this year, especially, this is a collective reading, so it could be for anybody, but especially the fire and water signs, and then those that have very, very strong Venus placements in your chart. So she's really pushing people to take care of your fitness because she's got plans for you, boo. And I'll get to that in a second. Also cleaning. I have been, day before yesterday, I was out there in the yard cutting the grass. Yesterday I was dusting and mopping and sweeping. Now I'm a clean person, okay? My house is always kept. But I feel like I was cleaning so hard yesterday that I was sweating. And then I was looking at the backyard today, really thinking about going back there and redoing the garden. I like succulent plants. And I used to, when I had my homestead, I had a whole couple of sections on the homestead that was like a succulent garden. I had climbing roses that I was putting in. So I want to do that now with this house, is get the garden going. And that's because, surrounding yourself with beauty and being connected to growing things from almost infancy is also a very heavy Venusian energy. So if you've been drawn to go outside, if the weather has permitted, if you've been drawn to go outside or even start like a herb garden in your house, that's Venus saying, hey, surround yourself with beauty. Speaking of which, another thing is like updating your interior. And I think a lot of people are going to be moving this year too, mark my words. Updating your interior, meaning I think a lot of folks are taking a look at like the colors on their walls. You've heard me say I want to repaint and everything, and the artwork that you have in your house, even your furniture. So if you've found yourself really drawn towards updating that kind of stuff, or just like, I don't know, paying attention to advertisements that you receive of like new furniture and stuff like that, it's Venus saying, hey boo, it's time for an update. It's time to really do the look that you've always liked. Dang, I can't remember. I'm really drawn, I think it's called chinois, really, really bold European / like Asian, old fashioned, bold colors, with like floral prints and kind of Asian motif prints. That's what I'm really drawn to, in a very elegant sort of way. So I think I'm going to redo a lot of stuff in my household to kind of reflect that. I think I found in my marriages, I would tend to kind of do the motif that my husband kind of liked, not necessarily what I liked. And then the few times that I was single, I always gravitated towards a certain motif. And so now I'm making sure that I surround myself with said colors and prints and whatever. And that's all Venus saying, here boo, let's make your house your home, right? So if you're seeing that a lot, that's Venus as well. Signature fragrances. So if you've been searching high and low for like a new perfume, a new perfume oil, solid perfume, it's because Venus wants you to smell like your idea of love, of your idea of a warm embrace. If you are feminine and you are being, and you're being drawn really heavily towards very strong masculine type of smells, cedar, bergamot, tobacco, leather, then that's almost like you are connecting towards this masculine that's coming into your life. Like that's the That's you connecting to them in the 5D, and then bringing that essence, their essence, into the 3D, the here and now, this incarnation. But I think you're going to find, and so that's you being drawn towards that manly slash masculine sort of scent. But I feel like you're going to be drawn here very, very, very soon towards more feminine, lighter, maybe floral kind of sense for your body. Because 2025 seems like, especially with this Venus kind of energy, it seems to be bringing the balance of the masculine and feminine. Here's an example for you. So and I've talked about this several times. So in my birth chart, I am very heavy masculine, very heavy masculine. A lot of Aries, a lot of Sagittarius in my chart. And I tend to operate in very heavy masculine kind of energy. And that's just because in most of my existence, I have been in survival mode, but no more. Just because they say, just because someone's strong doesn't mean that they want to always be the strong one. Like I have the aptitude, and I very easily can jump into a masculine role. But Lord Jesus, have mercy. That doesn't mean I want to stay in a masculine role. And what I'm pulling in this year, 2025, what I'm pulling in is a masculine energy, in my particular circumstance, a new male who can hold that masculine space so that I can jump into my feminine space and be kind of chill in my femininity. And I feel like a lot of people are going to see that happen in 2025, which is awesome. And again, there's love in here, trust me. But I'm not going there yet, guys. All right, next, have you found yourself really gravitating towards familiar things in what it is that you're taking in as far as entertainment? I think it's going two ways in this one, or it could be going both ways. Like, are you finding yourself watching older movies that you've already seen that you liked in your youth, in your younger adult life, or even watching things that you used to like to watch when you were a kid? Like for me, I've been gravitating a lot towards like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I keep hearing that theme song. Fun fact, I should have known that I was going to gravitate towards toxic men in my adult life, because I had a crush on Shredder as a kid. I had a crush. I should have known. That was a foreshadow that I was gonna gravitate towards the toxic men in my life. But anyways, so been watching a lot of, and been reminded, the algorithms have been reminding me a lot of movies and TV shows that I used to watch as a kid, and I've actually been watching them. Another thing that I used to love to do as a kid was watch sports or listen to sports while my grandfather watched sports. As a kid, I would actually go to sleep while he was watching fishing and golf and football. Those sounds would make me fall asleep. So I've been putting basketball on. That's my sport that I like to watch or have in the background. I've been watching, so I've been having basketball on a lot. And it's given me like a sense of comfort and calm. And then two movies from my childhood, like The Never Ending Story, and for some reason that's the only one that's popping up. Not just that one, but do you understand what I'm saying? So like it's like Venus wants you to not just take care of the adult version of yourself. She wants you to take care of the child version of yourself. We're gonna move into love here in a second, but it's this idea of finding oneself, finding what it is that you like. with the surrounding yourself with the household, the house that you want to be surrounded in so that you can feel comfortable with that. Surrounding yourself with the fragrances. Do you see this? This is a new candle. I just got this from Target and I am obsessed with this fragrance. This one is sugar cane and mint. Goes back to my childhood. When I was a kid, I worked in the garden with my grandmother and she had mint always growing. So the smell of mint usually makes me calm and relaxed. So it's Venus is saying, find out who you are, boo. Find out who you are and pull in those things that make you feel comfortable, that make you fall more in love with yourself, that puts you at ease. Also going back to what it is that you're watching, I think a lot of people are being drawn towards comedies, things that make you laugh, hilarity, lighthearted TV shows and movies and whatnot, because Venus wants you to release, and when you laugh, you are surrounded by the angelic love. Why is that important? Because a lot of you are calling in a soulmate this year. And in order for you to be able to accept this soulmate who is healed and meant to heal you in a lot of ways, in order for you to not push this soulmate away, you need to be comfortable already in your skin, right? And I'm bringing up summer. I brought up summer at the beginning. So that's also too coming up, is being comfortable in your skin. A lot of y'all are going to go on cruises this summer. Definitely, I'm getting a lot of like pool activity, water park activity, and you're going to be almost strutting boardwalks. I just heard on the boardwalk. What is that from the movie Beaches? That's another movie that's popped up too, Beaches. It's feeling good in your skin and almost walking around with your head held high in your swimsuit or in your loungewear, in your linen suit, with your arms out, with your chesticles kind of peeking out a little bit, showing a little bit of skin, and just feeling confident in that. And that's what's going to be drawing even more this new person. Okay. All right, hold on. My dog wants to come back in the room. Okay, so you guys ready for me to talk about these new people? Okay, so this is the download that I've got with these new people. If you are a water sign or a fire sign, then what I'm getting is you are the head, the leader of this next attachment, this next soul attachment, this next soulmate that you're calling in this year. I'm getting the feeling that this soulmate, now I'm of the believing, and a lot of people in the spiritual world are, I'm of the believing that soulmates, you can have multiple soulmates, people that come along your path to, in this particular case, to uplift you. Sometimes it's friends, sometimes it's family members, and sometimes it's lovers. And sometimes they only stay for a season. So for a good majority, this person might only be staying for a season. But let me tell you about this season. It is going to be filled with passion and love and healing and laughter. Very, very, very lighthearted. This person that these fire signs and these water signs are calling in is almost like a mirror to you energetically. And I get that you attract what you attract, where you're at. I get that, but I'm not saying that. I mean like this person is almost meant to be like, I just felt like a nudge on my neck. This person is almost meant to be your puzzle piece. Like that y'all have a lot in common and y'all have experienced a lot of the same things in your life's journey. And that's what's part of the attraction. Um, here's the thing though. It's gonna be slow going. And as I'm saying that, my heart is doing a thing. It's gonna be slow going. So to the fire and the water signs, and I say leader, it's because I think you've led this, you're more advanced in your healing journey than this person. And here's why it's gonna be slow going at first. And it's because this person is leaving something, someone, a situation, getting a divorce, separating, something with money matters, potentially, something with kids, potentially, but something heavy. And so I get this feeling like the water signs and the fire signs had already gone through their something heavy release. And this person is not like just like, it's not, if you're in a third party situation, I'm raising my voice now because I want to make sure the right people get this message. If you're in a third party situation and you're expecting somebody to leave their spouse, this isn't this. This isn't this. This is somebody, you're single and this person is also single, but still releasing something. You feel me? An example would be they're going through a divorce. They've already filed the separation paperwork, or they're going through a release of, like, they just released a huge job, or they just lost a very, like a family member that they were very close to. And they're going through that grief process. Do you feel me? Okay, so because they're going through this grieving release process, Spirit is saying, like, hey, just so you know, you're going to need to take it slow. This is almost like a Venusian gift to you. Fire signs, water signs, those people that have gone purposefully through a healing and a release and an upgrade in your energetic level. This is to help you almost shed some additional skin, which is funny that I just said that because this is the year of the wood snake. So that's exactly what a snake does in 2025. Okay, now, and again, I don't know if this person is meant to stay for a long time. And I didn't get too much else of a download on that. If you want me to dive a little bit deeper into that for you, book a personal reading and we'll see how long this person is intended to stay. But they're definitely here to show you a good time to continue to elevate you. And so I say to take things lightheartedly, and to allow this gift to be one of fun. Okay. For those of you who are still attached to an older love interest. Oh, and this new love, some people, when you get like personal readings, the 6 of Cups will pop up. And I've said this before. This isn't somebody that you've had like a relationship with. For a lot of you, this is somebody that you've known, but haven't had a relationship with. Okay? All right. Now, for those attached to an old love situation, some of y'all need to be told to leave that shit alone. Like, legit, leave it alone. Leave it alone. Work on you, boo. Go back over the very first part of this video when I'm talking about fitness and cleaning your environment and making your environment you, and focusing on things that make you happy, things that make you smile, bringing in things that make you smile, because that's how the healing from this is supposed to, and purposeful healing. Like, stop running away from the reason why it's not working out. Stop running away from it. Like, do your due diligence to really analyze the situation. Why isn't it working? What did this person do to make me feel this way? What did I do to allow this to happen? What did I do to that person? Some of y'all are just attached and just in this rut of replaying and replaying and replaying. And it's because you haven't truthfully. Now I'm here to deliver a message, whether you want to hear it or not. You can stop the video right now. Thank you for your viewership. Don't forget to like and subscribe. But some of y'all are just having a hard time stepping back and really taking a look at the situation for what it is, and really taking a look at the learning moments. Something drew my attention over there. And really taking a look at the learning moments. A lot of victim mentality, a lot of woe is me, a lot of pleasure seeking, because I think that these old connections had very good sexual chemistry. So a lot of pleasure seeking and wishing and hoping and fiending, but not a lot of healing. Not a lot of healing from it. Sorry, my voice just went out on that. Not a lot of healing from it. And it's just going to continue to be, you're not going to be able to capture the true essence of what 2025 means if you don't shed that old skin. If you don't shed that old skin. Old habits, old behaviors, the idea of like lunacy, like really expecting to be able to go back into the situation where you haven't made a change in your own personal life and expecting things to be different. Keanu Reeves said, and I don't know if he really said it, it might have been AI using Keanu Reeves' face. Who knows these days? But I heard once said that there are 8 billion people in this world. And if one person decides that they cannot show up for you the way that you feel like they need to show up for you, you feel some kind of way around them. There's always chaos. There's always arguments. There's always an emotional upheaval. There's always sleepless nights surrounding this person. You cannot think of anything good that this person did to you last. Janet Jackson, what have you done for me lately? You cannot think of that truthfully when the last time this person made you laugh or smile or feel loved or feel confident in yourself and in your skin. Feel appreciated. Then there are 7,999,000,000 other people in this world that out of all of those people, you're going to find somebody that matches. Somebody that matches exactly who you are, where you want to go, your direction in life, your values, your morals, and that elevates you and that you can also elevate. These situations are two-way streets. Relationships are two people working together. And sometimes you're going to say, Shawnee, but I love this person. Sometimes love is not enough. You have to both be willing to communicate and open up and not constantly bring up the past every 5 seconds. You have to both have a willingness to want to make it work. There are 8 billion people out there. This one person was maybe meant to be your teacher and maybe meant to be in your life for a season, not forever. Now that's sad. I'm getting this very heavy feeling that there are some people, especially those that relate it to this new love situation. Now, this new love situation probably already has showed their face in the last couple of weeks. And if not, they will be showing their face in the next couple of weeks, okay, guys? Especially around the 13th of February, so just before Valentine's Day. That if this person ends up leaving your life or whatever, and it's going to be on good terms, it's not going to be this whole crazy tower moment, then this old person might end up showing up again And two things might happen. One, because you have taken your energy away from this old person, fixating on this old person, wondering about how this old person has been, stalking this old person on social medias, and just working on like yourself, then that person now has their energy free to do the same. And if they choose to do the same, when they do resurface again, y'all can start back up again. If not, then what you will have learned with this new love situation is how to say, I know for a fact that I deserve way more than you can give. And you will tell this old person for the last time to go kick rocks. And you will not look back, not one iota, okay? Not one iota. That's love. Are you ready for the next prediction? Okay. Prophylactic comes up. The word prophylactic, contraception, needing for that, okay? Pregnancy, and I keep getting it. Pregnancy keeps popping up. And you're going to say, well, you're talking to thousands of people, Shawnee. How could there not be somebody getting pregnant? No, guys, this is different. This is late life pregnancy or early life pregnancy. Now, because I'm getting this and I have a teenager, hide your kids, hide your wife. Hide your kids, hide your wife. I'm getting this idea of early life pregnancy, meaning like teenage, very, very young 20s, or late life, meaning like 40 and over type stuff, pregnancies coming through. And I'm getting boys. Boys, boys, boys. A whole slew of boys is what I'm getting. So, yeah. I'm going to timestamp because I feel like that's happening this year. Okay. So that's that. Just keep that, put that in your back pocket for later. or say, no, not me, not me. Just watch your environment. Just watch your environment. Just be careful. Be careful. If you don't want that in your life, then be careful. If you do want that in your life, claim it now. Claim it in the comments down below. All right, new, fun, enjoyable career opportunities out of nowhere. Just finding yourself being so unbelievably creative. And then Venus saying, not only are you creative, boo, but we're going to give you people to notice how creative you are. And we're going to help you grow in your career, in your working life. And for those of you who are retired, give you like new hobbies that give you direction and maybe even give you a little trickle of money on the side, like being able to sell like an Etsy store or a stand store or something. But a lot of downloads for creativity and a lot of doors opening via people saying, hey, I could use your service. I can use what it is that you're good at. Let me pay you for it. Or let me barter, like exchange you for it. A lot of that popping through starting in the spring 2025. And that is helping you become a little bit more in sync with the flow of money. And also finding yourself starting now, probably finding yourself being a little bit more organized with your spending and your money, paying debt off, paying bills off, because Venus is wanting to give you the motivation to gift yourself, like I said earlier, moving this year, like a new house, new home, new interior, whatever. Somebody's getting a new pool. I'm seeing right now with this pool, like a pool that's been out of commission and then like pulling like weeds up and stuff and then resurfacing the pool and then refilling the pool. That's for somebody. That's not for me. I don't want a pool in my house. That's not for me. I used to clean pools, funny enough. I used to clean pools, so I know how to, and I don't want to. I'd rather go to a pool. I love water parks. Getting off subject. But that's for somebody. But yeah, like it's like paying off debts, old debts, and then your money flowing towards new things, new, more reliable, dependable things, more stable things. Like I said, vehicles, home, renovation work. I'm just pointing to my background because I'm painting the walls and redoing this whole space. Renovation work, but it's all meant to bring you in a place of stability and a strength, and almost give yourself a new presentation to your outside world to attract more abundance, to attract more love, to attract new friendships, harmony. I just saw harmony on my notes, so I know it has to be harmonious attachments, and like looking good, feeling good. Yeah, that kind of stuff. All right, guys, so that's my notes. No, I did not, and I was not pulling cards. I just wanted to tell you what Spirit has been telling me about 2025. I will start doing readings. I probably might even start keeping to a schedule, because that's what Venus is telling me to start doing. But y'all have to know this about me. I'm retired. I'm retired, and I went through a huge upheaval a year and a half ago that I am still swimming through and healing from. And I have new stuff happening in my life too that I like to pay attention to. And my kids are in after school activities and sports, and I think that that's really important to be a part of that adventure for them as well. So not to say that this is like an afterthought, in no way, shape, or form is it, but I am purposely plugging my recording and my coaching and private reads in my life to where I am not stressed. I'm too blessed to stress, baby. And I'm realizing that about myself, and that's what I need, and that's what I want you to bring into your life as well, okay? All right, guys, I love you. Zodiac readings, Aries readings, and all that stuff coming up soon. So stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on that bell notification button. See you soon. Bye.